Hey guys, what's going on? Roniboney here, to be sure, and welcome to the first episode of Variety is the Spice of Gaming. And in this episode, we are going to be looking at the hologram. Now, there is a tendency in Halo 4, because of all these amazing armor abilities, to just use the same damn one, and I am guilty of this. I am very guilty of this. You look at all my videos, you'll see jetpack, you will see jetpack, and you will see jetpack. So I decided, after I was playing the Team Throwdown playlist, and I actually liked using the hologram, a lot of people fell for it, I was like, you know what? That's a good idea for a series. I'm going to use different armor abilities and try and win a game with them by myself. Because, you know, with your teammates helping you out, you know, with callouts and stuff, it doesn't really showcase how you can actually use these abilities to turn the tides of war. So, like I've done it with my loadout series, where I'm using different things. More episodes of that are recorded and on the way. And I'm going to be doing it with this. So, using the hologram. Why should you use the hologram? The hologram's actually really, really good. I'm a believer. I'm a believer of this thing now. It's extremely handy when you're in situations where, look at this, I actually get killed here because of my own stupidity. It's great in situations where there's actually two people and you need to get away. Now, previously I thought, well, you know, with the jetpack you can easily get away from two people. That's only really if you have, like, if you're on the lower floor and there's a height advantage that you can, that you can use. But using the hologram, you saw that guy go for it there, you know, he completely fell for it. Another guy in our team's using the hologram. I sent 2 holograms over there. They think that 4 people are rushing ring 3. 4 people. I'm also able to get a lot of shots off, and the hologram is hugging the corner there, so they might think that there's other people trying to kill them. So it's more useful than you would think. It really is. And there is a certain way to play it. There's a certain niche in order to play the hologram. Wow, look at me getting assassinated there. Man, oh god, oh man. It's quite hard to actually play it effectively, what I found. I was using it in a few matches even before this, and a lot of the time, you know, unless you run out straight after you've hit the hologram, people can tell. People can tell whether or not it's a hologram or not. Look at me here trying to get the shots on this guy in ring 1. It's very, very easy to spot a hologram. You know, they run in a straight line. They're not firing their weapon when the enemy see them. So a trick that I've been using is sometimes I actually fire my gun, like just a round or two, because you know you're not gonna like completely unload, and then if someone actually was to surprise you, you're screwed. Like, you're absolutely screwed. And you see me here I'm actually gonna use the hologram here in a second to make these guys push forward a little bit so I can get some shots on them. Because I know that there's 2 guys here. I hit this guy here and I'm unable to get the kill on him. So I know that I can send the hologram over and people actually fire at the hologram. Look at this guy firing this bolt shot on it. Sorry, buddy. Thank God that thing is getting nerfed. Thank goodness, because the bolt shot has caused me so much undue grief in the past while that it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And I'm using the hologram here, just like you should be, you know, to kind of scout an area. You know, it's nice being able to have, you know, mobility for unlimited sprint. You know, run in an area, see if there's any people. If there's too many that you can't win the gun battle, run back. But the hologram does that for you, and the hologram is great because it can take like 2 or 3 bullets, and you know, the other team, they might actually have to reload their weapon. You can actually get some sneaky kills. Now, a lot of people will think that it's cheap, but there's actually a really large skill gap between somebody who can use the hologram that's good and some people that can't. Like, I've come against people that use the hologram that just tear into me. They absolutely tear into me, and I'm like, whoa. And you know what? In those situations, if someone is using something perfectly, you know, if someone is using something cheaply, I'm kind of like, fuck you, kind of thing. Like, there was this team the other day in doubles. All they used was the bolt shot. It was so annoying. And the player I was playing with, Boxer, like, he's a good player. Man, he's a fucking good player. You know, and we work well in a team, like, but fuck. These guys using the bolt shot were just absolute bitches, like. So, someone using the hologram, something that I would actually consider quite a hard armor ability to use. And look, if MLG or the Game Battles V2 settings and Team Throwdown have hologram on their armor abilities for Ordnance, you know, it can show that it actually is something that does require skill to use, and it's not one that can be abused very, very easily. So, I really would urge you guys to start using it, but don't get disheartened if you're not good at it, because it is something learned. I have a friend, Dave, who I play with all the time, who uses the hologram. The hologram DMR is pretty much his favorite class to use, and he does very, very well with it. You know, when myself and a friend of mine, Deadly Frogs, go to try and use it, at the very start, we're unable because we're just not used to it, because there is a different way to play. You know, using the jetpack, you can be a little bit more aggressive. You can jet up, you can take a look at places. You can't afford to do that with the hologram. You know, you need to stay back a little bit. No, not too much. You know, you don't need to, you know, keep yourself completely back, but you should keep yourself back enough so that you can actually get the full use of it and use the hologram pretty much to cover you. So on this class, actually, as you can see, I've gotten a lot of ordnance, and I have the ability to switch it. So I've been using requisition and ordnance, and or ordnance priority. That's what it is. And I love this skill set. I really love this ability set with this character, especially using the hologram, because it seems that you can draw people out and even get assists a lot more than you can now. A lot of assists will get you to ordnance extremely quickly using this set. I think it's 6 kills will get you to it, and that's not a lot, guys, especially on a team slayer settings where you're against a team where they're making mistakes. As you can see, this team here, I thought I could use my jetpack there to jet up with a sticky debt, but I can't. I'm using the old hologram. It is very, very worthwhile, guys, using the hologram for things like this, because if someone's going to run up a melee the hologram, damn, you're going to get that sticky dead on them. And as you see, I'm not sending the hologram out too much, but I'm sending it out there because I know that if another guy was to come behind the tree, he'll start firing at the hologram straight away because it's still running. It's not looking in his direction. That's where the hologram can work extremely well. If you put the hologram running past somewhere where, you know, a normal player wouldn't be looking, but you know the enemy are there, you know, that's where you're going to win. Get domed, son. Get domed. And in a second here, I see 2 guys spawning cliffs, so I'm like, take that, and one of these. So I love the sniper rifle, and, you know, with a long line of sight. The sniper rifle really can only be used, in my opinion, with a long line of sight. And I'm trying to sweep it across, and I finally get the kill on him. I finally do. There's another guy here that I'm trying to get kills on, but I should have actually sent my hologram out, now that I think of it. And that was a hit, and that was a hit, but nah, it wasn't. One of those was definitely a hit, though. You guys can vouch for that for me. One of those was definitely a hit. This is actually an extremely close match, and using the hologram, you know, it had me thinking like, oh, should I really be using this? You know, is this too much of a risky maneuver? Because, you know, I don't like taking risks too much in games. I really like to control the engagement when I'm using a new ability, or an ability that I'm not exactly the most comfortable with. I would be the most comfortable with thruster pack and jetpack. I've been using thruster pack actually quite a lot to avoid gunfights. And when I'm in a gunfight, just to say I was here on the bridge here going into ring 3, I would use the thruster pack to. I'm so glad I actually got a kill here. I think I throw a nade, do I? No, I don't throw a nade. Well, I got 2 guys 1 shot, so I must have helped my team out there a little bit. I've actually used thruster pack quite a lot. So if it was on the bridge there from ring, I would use and I was fighting someone who was coming up from ring 2, I would use the thruster pack to jet to the left to get over to where the neither spawns, and then I'd run into purple just to avoid it. And as much as you like to think that it's a throwaway ability, it's not. It actually works extremely well if you pace yourself using it. It's pretty much like playing without an armor ability and then you have one, you know, a trump card, pretty much. It's not one that you will lead with. Like with the jetpack, you will lead with the jetpack. It's just the way it is. You will lead the jetpack, and that's how you will get into fights. That's how you will control your gun battles. With something like the hologram, it can kind of be used for that, but I would use it more of a defensive ability to really to lure them out. It's like the 4 moves that you have in Pokemon with hologram. You know, you've got lure, you've got, I don't know, decoy, I don't know. It's something like that. It's a very, very tight usage for it. But if you use it properly, you can get a lot of kills and you can seriously help your team out. You really can. It's just that simple. So as you see, someone's leaving here in the game, and I'm pretty much finished now talking about the hologram. So I'm not gonna end the gameplay. I'll probably break a little bit of it down at the very end now. So I hope you actually enjoyed that, because those tips can really help you out. The hologram isn't as daunting as it should be, guys. It is a fun ability. If you know, if anything, it's gonna be fun using it. When someone falls for it, myself, my friends have a saying. We go whenever someone goes to the hologram, and you can hear them, like one of my friends when I'm playing in like an octagon or something, and we're not supposed to be using armor abilities, but we do. You know, we go lol as loud as we damn can. You know, as long as we can, we'll say lol. And right here, I'm actually just waiting for this guy coming from ring 3, because I know that he's there. I knows he's there, and I'm gonna throw a hologram out just to look around the corner, and that it does provide me with a little bit of time, because they think that someone's run past the nades. We need to, you know, coordinate and kill this guy, because it does help. It does help having this damn thing. It really does. It really does. I'm not going to harp on about it anymore. Games like this are games that I play Halo for, on a side note. games like this are fun. You know, they keep you involved with the game, and it's just a great experience. As you see that guy running towards the hologram to try and bolt shot it. You fool of a tuck. Fool of a tuck. And pretty much, guys, as you can see on my channel this week, there wasn't a lot of content. There was more Halo 4 and there was 2 Road to 50s. And guys, I think I'm not gonna upload as much as I was. There was one week where I was pretty much spamming you guys and just uploading too many. It's just too many videos, really, just too many. And I want to get a little bit more diversity in my content, but I'm enjoying Halo 4 a lot more now since Doubles and Team Throwdown have come out, so I have more reason to make videos for that. I still have some tips videos in my back pocket, like this series, you know? Like this series, tips with armor abilities that I found from just playing with them, just not even for a short time, for a medium time, like about, I don't know, 8 hours using the same thing or something like that. You do pick it up pretty damn quickly, you know, so don't hold that against me. And that's what's going to be coming your way anyway. So, oh, the gameplay's ended. Alright, guys, I'm gonna leave yous now. Leave you by yourself. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Bye-bye.